Africa's vast skies hide some of the most thrilling and perilous airports on the planet. From towering mountain airstrips to conflict-ridden runways, the continent's most dangerous airports challenge even the most skilled pilots with their extreme terrain, unpredictable weather, and security threats. These gateways aren't just transportation hubs, they're battlegrounds of human resilience and engineering feats that push aviation to its limits. Join us as we explore the most treacherous airports in Africa, places where every takeoff and landing is a high-stakes adventure and the thrill of the skies meets the edge of danger. In this video, we shall be exploring the top 10 most dangerous airports in Africa, in no particular order, of course. 10th, Kisangani, Bangoka, International Airport, Democratic Republic of Congo. Kisangani, Bangoka, International Airport, located in the heart of the Democratic Republic of Congo, is considered one of the most dangerous airports in Africa due to a combination of environmental, infrastructural, and logistical challenges. One of the primary concerns is its remote jungle location, which limits access to emergency services and makes navigation especially difficult for pilots, particularly during adverse weather conditions. The airport's single runway is narrow, aging, and poorly maintained, with minimal lighting and outdated navigational aids, which heightens risks during landings and takeoffs, especially at night or during heavy rains, which are common in the region. Fog, thunderstorms, and frequent low visibility further complicate flight operations. The airport is also under-equipped for modern air traffic control, leaving much of the responsibility on pilots to navigate manually. Reports of wildlife encroaching onto the runway and lack of proper perimeter fencing add another layer of danger. Moreover, the airport operates in a region historically affected by political instability and economic hardship, meaning infrastructure upgrades are infrequent and often underfunded. For travelers and aviation professionals alike, Kisangani Bangoka International Airport remains a stark example of how limited resources and environmental extremes can combine to make air travel considerably more hazardous than usual. 9. Maseru Moshoeshoe International Airport, Lesotho. Moshoeshoe International Airport, situated in Maseru, Lesotho, faces significant safety challenges that have raised concerns among international aviation authorities. The airport's infrastructure has deteriorated over time, with issues such as cracked runways, lacking proper lighting, non-functional toilets, and inoperative lifts. These deficiencies compromise the safety and comfort of passengers and crew. The International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, has expressed dissatisfaction with the airport's failure to maintain high standards, threatening potential closure if improvements are not made. Efforts to refurbish the airport have been marred by controversies, including the awarding of contracts to companies with questionable financial standings. Furthermore, the airport's location at a high elevation, 5,348 feet above sea level, presents additional challenges for aircraft performance, particularly during takeoff and landing. The surrounding mountainous terrain and variable weather conditions exacerbate these difficulties. In summary, Moshoeshoe International Airport's combination of infrastructural decay, administrative issues, and challenging environmental factors contribute to its reputation as a hazardous airport, necessitating urgent attention to ensure the safety of its operations. 8. Juba International Airport, South Sudan. Juba International Airport in South Sudan is considered one of Africa's most hazardous airports due to a combination of infrastructural deficiencies, security concerns, and operational challenges. A significant issue is the lack of adequate air traffic control, ATC services. The International Civil Aviation Organization, ICAO, has highlighted disruptions in air traffic control services, including a shortage of qualified personnel and withdrawn navigation aids, leading to communication issues and increased risks for aircraft operations. Security at the airport is another major concern. Unauthorized personnel have been reported accessing restricted areas, compromising safety protocols. Additionally, the airport has been identified as a conduit for illicit activities, including drug trafficking, due to overwhelmed security systems. The airport's infrastructure is also problematic. Issues such as poor runway conditions, inadequate lighting, and lack of proper maintenance have been reported. These factors contribute to the risk of accidents, especially during adverse weather conditions. Furthermore, Juba International Airport has a history of aviation accidents. Notably, in 2015, an Antonov An-12 cargo aircraft crashed shortly after takeoff, resulting in 37 fatalities. In 2020, another cargo plane crash led to 8 deaths. In summary, the combination of inadequate ATC services, security lapses, poor infrastructure, and a history of accidents contribute to the airport's reputation as a dangerous facility for aviation operations. 7. Bangui Mipoko International Airport, Central African Republic. Bangui Mipoko International Airport, located in the Central African Republic's capital, is considered one of Africa's most hazardous airports due to a combination of infrastructural deficiencies, security concerns, and operational challenges. The airport's infrastructure is outdated and insufficient for current demands. Originally designed to handle 10,000 passengers annually, it has been reported to serve over 120,000 passengers in some years, leading to overcrowding and strained facilities. The terminal and tarmac are notably cramped, lacking adequate space and modern equipment for efficient passenger and baggage handling. Security is a significant concern. The airport has experienced instances of corruption, with reports of staff demanding bribes from travelers. Additionally, the broader security situation in the Central African Republic is volatile, with the presence of armed groups and a history of civil unrest. These factors contribute to the airport's vulnerability and the potential risks faced by travelers. Operational challenges further exacerbate the airport's dangers. Regular power outages disrupt essential services, and the lack of modern air traffic control systems hampers safe and efficient flight operations. The airport's location near hilly terrain adds to the complexity of takeoffs and landings, especially under adverse weather conditions. In summary, the combination of inadequate infrastructure, security vulnerabilities, and operational shortcomings make Bangui Mpoko International Airport a particularly dangerous facility for aviation operations in Africa. 6. Zinder Airport, Niger. Zinder Airport in Niger is considered hazardous due to a combination of infrastructural limitations, security concerns, and operational challenges. The airport features a single 1,825-meter asphalt runway, which restricts the types and sizes of aircraft that can safely operate there. This limitation poses challenges, especially for larger aircraft or during adverse weather conditions. Security is a significant concern in the region. There's a heightened risk of armed robberies and other criminal activities in areas surrounding Zinder. Travel advisories recommend against walking after dark and caution travelers to avoid displaying signs of wealth. Operationally, the airport's limited infrastructure can lead to challenges in handling flights efficiently and safely. The combination of a short runway, security concerns, and infrastructural constraints contributes to the airport's reputation as a hazardous facility for aviation operations. In summary, Zinder Airport's combination of infrastructural limitations, security risks, and operational challenges make it a particularly dangerous facility for aviation operations in Niger. 5. Ndjolé Airport, Gabon. Ndjolé Ville Airport, serving the town of Ndjolé in Gabon's Moyen-Ogooué province, presents several operational challenges that contribute to its reputation as a hazardous facility for aviation operations. The airport features a single dirt runway measuring approximately 800 meters in length. This unpaved surface is susceptible to degradation, especially during the region's frequent heavy rainfall, leading to reduced traction and potential hazards during takeoff and landing. The short runway length also limits the types of aircraft that can safely operate, increasing the risk for larger planes or those requiring longer distances for safe operations. Weather conditions in Ndjolé further exacerbate these challenges. The area experiences a tropical climate with high humidity and frequent thunderstorms, particularly during the wet season. These conditions can lead to poor visibility, slippery runway surfaces, and unpredictable wind patterns, all of which complicate flight operations and increase the risk of accidents. Additionally, the airport's limited infrastructure, including the absence of advanced navigational aids and minimal ground support services, places a greater burden on pilots, especially during adverse weather conditions or emergencies. In summary, the combination of a short, unpaved runway, challenging weather conditions, and limited infrastructure makes Ndjolé Airport a particularly dangerous facility for aviation operations in Gabon. 4. Ivato International Airport, Madagascar. Located at a high elevation of about 1,300 meters above sea level, it is frequently affected by fog, heavy rain, and poor visibility, especially during the rainy season. These conditions make both takeoff and landing risky. The airport has limited runway lighting, aging infrastructure, and outdated navigation equipment, increasing the challenge for pilots, particularly during night operations or adverse weather. Additionally, the airport's runway drainage system is subpar, sometimes leading to waterlogging during storms. Though it is a vital hub for international and domestic travel, these combined issues contribute to flight delays, missed approaches, and occasional safety incidents. Proper upgrades and consistent maintenance are critical to improve its safety profile. 3. Mogadishu Aden Adde International Airport, Somalia. Mogadishu's Aden Adde International Airport is widely regarded as one of Africa's most dangerous airports due to a combination of security threats, infrastructural vulnerabilities, and operational challenges. The airport has been a frequent target for terrorist activities. Notably, on February 27, 2025, the vicinity of the airport was subjected to multiple rounds of indirect fire, prompting the U.S. Embassy to issue a security alert and cancel all staff movements in Mogadishu. Such incidents underscore the persistent threat posed by extremist groups in the region. In response to these threats, the Somali government has implemented stringent security measures, including a ban on all weapons and military vehicles within the airport premises. Despite these efforts, the airport's infrastructure remains a concern. In May 2025, severe flooding caused by relentless rainfall submerged significant portions of the terminal, disrupting operations and highlighting the city's inadequate infrastructure resilience. Operational safety is further compromised by incidents such as the 2023 crash of a Hala Airlines Embraer EMB 120 Brasilia during landing at the airport, which, although resulted in no fatalities, raised concerns about aircraft maintenance and runway conditions. 2. Goma International Airport, Democratic Republic of Congo. Goma International Airport, located in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, is considered one of Africa's most hazardous airports due to a combination of security threats, infrastructural challenges, and environmental risks. The airport has been a focal point in the ongoing conflict involving the M23 rebel group. In January 2025, M23 forces, reportedly backed by Rwanda, seized control of the airport, leading to its closure and disrupting humanitarian aid operations. The UK's Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office advises against all travel to Goma, citing the unpredictable security situation and the airport's non-compliance with international safety standards. The airport's proximity to Mount Nyiragongo, an active volcano, adds to its dangers. In 2002, a volcanic eruption destroyed a significant portion of the runway. And while repairs have been made, the threat of future eruptions remains. Goma International Airport has a history of aviation accidents. Notably, in 2008, Hewa Bora Airways flight 122 crashed into a residential area shortly after takeoff, resulting in 40 fatalities. In 2019, a busy B Congo Dornier 228 crashed shortly after takeoff, killing 27 people, including 6 on the ground. Despite efforts to improve safety, including modernization projects, the combination of security instability, environmental hazards, and infrastructural deficiencies continues to make Goma International Airport a particularly dangerous facility for aviation operations in Africa. 1. Bujumbura International Airport, Burundi. Melchior Ndadaye International Airport in Bujumbura, Burundi, faces significant safety and security challenges that contribute to its reputation as a hazardous facility for aviation operations. Security concerns are paramount. The airport has experienced incidents of political violence and unrest. Notably, in December 2015, coordinated attacks on military sites in Bujumbura led to significant casualties and disruptions, prompting airlines like Kenya Airways to suspend flights temporarily. Additionally, in 2000, Sabina Flight 877 was fired upon by rebels during its approach to the airport, injuring 2 passengers. Infrastructure deficiencies further exacerbate operational risks. The airport's facilities are outdated, with inadequate funding hindering necessary upgrades. Environmental factors also pose threats. In May 2021, the Mpanda River threatened to breach a dam protecting the airport, raising concerns about potential flooding. Travel advisories from multiple countries highlight the risks associated with traveling to and from the airport. The UK's Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office advises against all travel on the RN5 road north of the airport due to security concerns. Similarly, the US Department of State warns of violent crimes, including assault and armed robbery, in areas surrounding the airport. In summary, the combination of security threats, infrastructural shortcomings, and environmental vulnerabilities makes Melchior Ndadaye International Airport a particularly dangerous facility for aviation operations in Africa.